Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to VRML. This is preseason, towards the end of week 5 now. We're winding it down here. And, well, we're just getting ready to get into this game. Haven't actually gotten ourselves an invite yet. Fancy that. In any case, I'm Palidoor here, and joined by my side is SputnikKobra once again. How's it going?
It's going well. I'm excited to see this matchup between InVerted and Nova. It should be a good matchup. Fairly equal teams. We had a great match last night, and I hope it continues today with another great series.
Yeah, that match last night was something pretty spectacular. I haven't even got a chance to go watch it back yet, but definitely wanting to. That one between Instinct and Ironic last night. The only match of the Friday, and it was just... It's funny because we mentioned it after the stream as well, how it's one of those times where the commentators' curse was not a thing. We were validated.
Yeah, we definitely said what we were gonna see, and we saw it. So we called it, and hopefully tonight it will be just the same.
Yeah, I mean, from the very beginning of that match, it's funny. We said how this one's going to be even right down the middle the whole way through, and sure enough, neither team ever got any separation from each other. The biggest score differential the entire 30 minutes was 4 points, I believe, and wound up 2 with an overtime in the third round. It was a 1 apiece. I mean, does not get any closer than that. So if you haven't watched that match and you're wanting to catch a good one, definitely go check out the VOD for that one. But in the meantime, as you might have heard there on stream, I just got finally my ping for invite, so we're gonna get going here shortly as soon as I get in and get Sputnik in. Bear with us just a moment. Putting it on Atlas momentarily there. Hello to everyone, though, in the stream in the meantime. What's up, Rickster, C. Jason, AC Munchies, Neon, Apex Platypus. Apex Platypus saying he just got this game a few weeks ago. So freaking cool. I agree. Have you met Chrome Platypus? One of the players that we just saw yesterday. Should be on Atlas for you, Sput. Okay, so again, this is going to be InVerted and Nova. Been a little while since we've seen InVerted. Nova, seen more recently. Got yourself in there, Sput?
I just got in, so I'm good to go whenever.
Cool. Alright, well, at the moment we're still waiting on a 4th player for InVerted, so it'll be a moment or two. But bear with us. We're going to be here saying hi, hello, what's up?
Hi.
Buckset says hi. Buckset says he was playing with Chrome Platypus today. A very good player.
Hi, what's up?
And Rickster saying hi, what's up? No, Sputnik saying that. But Rickster asking who's on the cameras. That would be me. For these matchups here, we do got some more cameramen incoming very soon. In fact, I'm sure we're going to see several of us tomorrow. Obviously, that Sunday lineup just through the roof. I mean, it's no joke. I believe now there's 19 games for tomorrow, so all-day affair for that one. Might need ourselves a VRML 4 channel at this rate.
Yeah, it's almost like we've reverted to the previous league where everyone just decided, hey, let's play on Sunday again.
I kind of figured it'd be like that. I know the first week of VRML there were a lot of games on Monday through Wednesday, Thursday, but by the time week 2 and 3 came around and kind of settled into the groove, I figured more people would be kind of going towards those weekend games. I was more surprised by anything that Friday was actually kind of bare yesterday, only the one game. Because for the last few weeks, otherwise Friday's usually been pretty popular. Thursday, Friday, Saturday is always a little bit light, and then Sunday, it's huge. For week 1 or 2, we had maybe 12 or 13 games or something like that. And I thought that was a big load of games on the schedule, but now that's nothing. We're basically getting through about 2/3 of our weekly matchups all on one day tomorrow, so that'll be something.
Do you know who's going to be the 4th player for InVerted? Because they have 2 people on their roster. So are they using their main roster, or are they using a substitute player?
Good question. Probably one for the players. I guess me, you, and the stream will all be surprised. Hopefully pleasantly and not unpleasantly. In the sense that they actually get a player here. But yes, Palidoor, yes, that is I. And Neon will be seeing later tonight as well. Got our next matchup in about 53 minutes or so, and that'll be Reboot versus Chaos. So gonna look forward to that one as well, casting that with Sputnik. Just the same.
It's a good thing that they planned it for 11, because this is taking a little bit to get into this match, so we'll have enough time, hopefully, to spare between the following match at 11.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, by the rules set, obviously you have until 15 minutes past start time typically for there's potential first round forfeit situations, so we're only, I don't know, 7 minutes away from that or so. So ideally that's not going to be the case. We've only seen it happen one time, I believe, out of 120-ish games.
So what is the rule set on delays?
Maybe twice, in fact. On delays, yeah, it's just 15 minutes. If there's a missing player for one of the teams, they will potentially forfeit the first round. Sometimes, there's a little leeway depending on scheduling, also depending on the other team. But it's, 15 minutes is right about that point. If someone's not there imminently, then we're looking at that first round forfeit. If they miss the second 15, that would be a game forfeit, a full game.
I mean, it's not ideal that you forfeit a match for being late, but you can't make excuses.
Yeah, there's an option, I believe. Team can play 3v4 actually, so they could start that way. Those kind of situations for a full 10 minutes, good luck. That might as well be a forfeit, in my opinion. It's very, very tough to win a player down. So. Nonetheless, I mean, we have seen it before. I know, I think it was Respawn one time, maybe in week 2 or 3. They had a late player, and they ended up just 4v3ing it or 3v4ing it the whole way through. But
they didn't win that round, did they?
No. As I said, though, you'd be hard-pressed to find any team who could actually win an entire round 3v4. I mean, I've seen some instances in some of these games recently. Even this week, there were actually 2 separate ones where you did see teams actually hold off 3v4 for longer than you'd expect defensively, but as far as offense, again, good luck. Really, really tough. But that's kind of the nice thing about 4v4, just in general. That extra player adds a lot of just potential strategy to the mix, gives you a lot more dynamic options on both offense and defense, and it does kind of take away that significance that each individual player has, and in a good way, just in the sense that it really encourages a lot more team play that we were used to seeing with 3v3, which was kind of starting to hit that ceiling, I feel, in terms of just team play and diversity in team.
Yeah, I completely agree. The great thing about 4v4 is it totally dilutes individual skill, and you really have to rely on your teammates that much more, because it's such faster paced play, and like you said, more dynamic. So it was a good decision, and we've definitely been seeing it pay off as from a spectator's point of view.
And it seems like, sorry, just getting distracted here because I got pinged on the Discord. So it looks like we're waiting on Blondie apparently. Hopefully he does get here soon. Don't want to see one of those number situations, but nonetheless, until then, yeah, the 4v4 again, we're seeing certainly from a lot of teams. Last night, in fact, instinct and ironic. They had a lot of really interesting, like slow moving on offense at times, but then you'd have these spurts of just fast-paced action. There was incredible goalkeeping action at play. We see other teams, especially in the European scene, where it's really, really stack heavy, and the speed just ping-ponging back and forth like a race track, basically. Head up to Echo Grand Prix, but in any case, it's just one of those things where every week I'm seeing new things on offense, on defense, with the double stacks, spacing, all the triangles and, well, rectangles now, I guess you'd call them.
I think my favorite thing from the whole new 4v4 dynamic is the offensive rollouts from Joust Advantage, and seeing what the QB can do, and seeing all these new routes and all these new like sequential passes as they move down the court. And that easily is my favorite takeaway.
Yeah, there's a lot of variety for sure. And, well, as someone who was, for his team, once upon a time the main QB, another one of those things where I love casting, but it's like, wow, there's so much more new things here that I kind of, part of me wishes I could be trying. And I can now and then in scrims and stuff, but not quite the same as getting it done competitively. But hey.
Yeah, it's just a different mood. Competitive play is just that much more intense, and scrims can get there, but competitive play is just that next level.
Yeah. On that note, shout out also to talking about the rollouts and stuff. We have that orbital drop from Team Orbit. Though just as well, be remiss if I didn't mention Wireless Jacks. They have a similar rollout as well, so what's up, Wireless? That's one of the rollouts I've seen. Another rollout that I've seen from a couple European teams especially. Granted, they've actually been doing this since the 3v3 days, but it's even quicker and more prominent now, I feel, in 4v4. They have a rollout with QB where they'll actually just lead the disc right down to the floor. Basically, they're passing to a geo almost, like a place on the floor without a player there. And then the secondary stack that launches a bit late, they'll actually meet the disc. But by doing this, you're basically, you're throwing at a specific spot or trying to go for a specific bounce that your second stack knows about, but the other team doesn't. So instead of the defense having to try to play a player, they have to kind of play positions and play the disc, which is a bit interesting. And some teams have been having success with that one.
Yeah, the offensive rollouts with these headbutt, bounces where they, like you said, they don't target a player, they target the geometry and they try and predict the bounce. And I've seen Carbonite, or now they're called more S'mores. I've seen some beautiful plays from them, predictive bouncing, meeting that disc, and putting themselves at a complete advantage down court. Not because, they have the ability to fake out defense, but because they also have such great, stacking and boosting.
Right. And, well, looks like Wit's trying to get in communication with the teams here on behalf of me on Discord, so that makes sense. But yeah, still no Blondie, and we're right about at that 15-minute mark, unfortunately, so we'll see how it goes here. Trust Wit to handle it, so if it doesn't get handled, it's all his fault. Don't blame me. Anyway. In the meantime, I suppose I can at least just go to the gameplay and give you guys on the stream something to look at, which is to say Sir Dimwee's captain quarters. So I'll just rotate this around here. Hello, Dimwee. One of my favorite casting partners. One of many. But haven't seen you in a while, buddy. I know he's going to come back tomorrow, though, so I'm excited for that. And it's good having a Sputnik back, too, of course. Can't be removed that.
Oh, thank you.
And I don't know, there's just so many casters coming in now. And I think just getting started, again, we saw this last week alone, 3 new ones debut between Zux and Shepard, as well as Radrumba. So plenty of new blood on the scene.
Well, we're robots, so we only bleed oil.
Yeah.
That's awful. That's so bad. I mean, this is what you get when we're waiting 15 minutes for a match to begin.
Indeed. Well, unfortunately, again, it seems like because of the missing player situation, maybe looking at a 4v3 for round 1. Either that or a forfeit, kind of up to InVerted at this point if they want to do the round 3v4 and just hope that Blondie joins them at some point. Either that or maybe they can get a sub. But
I believe they're starting the match.
and so it shall be. Gonna be a rough beginning here for them, but best of luck. So round 1 gonna be underway now.
I mean, I assume within that 15 minutes they could have found a substitute on the Discord, but here we are with the beginning of the first match.
Yep, and it's gonna be disc taken there and ricocheting all around. We have InVerted so far. It's Game, Mamba, and Mizuchi. Over on Nova, Venom, Issa, and Zesper, and Sir Dimwee. So Sir Dimwee will take it here for Nova. He is gonna be contested by a stack, but forced into the goalie position here is Mizuchi. Now he loves playing that back line. That much we very much know. But
This is going to be
especially 3v4, I was going to say, you're going to find him in there probably for extended periods of time now.
This is going to be interesting to see them play a man down. They're going to have to play very physically, and they're going to have to play with a smart stack.
And, well, physical on that dunk just about was Venom. First 2 points. It still took him 40 seconds, so, I mean, maybe minor consolation prize, but again, it is very tough because you're essentially forced almost into leaving a goalie just dedicated there the entire time in this situation. Otherwise, open threes all day because of the 4 players on the other team. So they can make something work. I will be very impressed here. Game trying to do just that. The pass is going to be off. A stat coming through, actually getting stunned out by Mamba quite nicely there. So forcing a turnover. And really not too shabby on their end. Gonna find Mamba on the other side. 2 players here contesting, but deep into the tunnel, Mizuchi gets that one. Actually an open goal, looks like. Doesn't opt for the shot, gets a pass, and now trying to find their rounds as they approach into the bubble here.
Yeah, they've got a very strong triangle, and they're gonna have to keep that. You know, they have to maintain all lanes for passing because they have that man down.
Now they did force a turnover there, but getting back quite quickly. It was Mamba and Game there on that stack. Sir Dimwee finding himself an interception, and maybe gets it to Zesper, but no, he's gonna be just missing that one as his partners in crime come on through, and that will be the 3 points for them. So 5 for Nova. Sir Dimwee.
Venom was able to stop all of InVerted at the midline, getting 3 consecutive punches, and was able to create time for his team to score.
Also, just clarify, I'm just catching that in the chat right now. On the caster applications, yeah, the latest round of casters that did close off after 2 weeks ago, I believe. Generally speaking, like in a regular course of things, usually the applications hold on as trying to get the disc here for team. Mizuchi, the nice pass crossing out and over. Game will make that one. So on the board for InVerted. Really not too bad so far in this round.
No, InVerted's playing smart, and they know they have to play hard to stay in this match.
Absolutely. And get back what I'm saying really quick. So yeah, typically in a normal season, caster applications will be open between seasons. Then we can get the recruiting in, the training, all that good stuff. And then during actual seasons, they'll be closed. We were a little bit more lax here because of it being preseason, everyone kind of finding their bearings and learning what's what. But after the most recent call of sorts, oh, the nice save there. Mizuchi's going to get stunned, though, and in it goes for Ease, and 7-2.
Mizuchi was able to stop the 3, so that's some consolation.
Yeah, that was a good save by him. He gets a lot of those grabs in the goal area. Very capable player, talented player. Obviously, you know, huge in CVRE. I'm not mistaken, 2-time champion at this point. But off to Mizuchi. Going to be Amba with a catch, and again, some pretty smart play here. I almost feel like Nova, being up the player, should be playing a lot more aggressive here on the QB, but he's just kind of working it up without too much of a problem and into the bubble, and that's not what you want to give them because they're going to score off of that, and Mamba slithering in for another pair.
You know, Nova needs to do what it takes to win. They need to play a stack and take advantage of the fact that the other team is down and continue to pressure them at all chance.
Yeah, all about that pressure. needing to find it right now because, again, with the player down, really don't want to just let InVerted walk up all the way to your 2-point area, where they can get their offense set. But right here, now trying to get set for a pass. Just missing that one to Zesper. So to the other end in the pocket, now in the tunnel. Trying to find that is Mamba. If he gets that grab first, he might have himself an open goal. But oh, that boost actually maybe should have just kept going for the disc. Instead, it will be missed. Taken right back by Game. A soft back pass. He just knows Mizuchi is in the general area. Does not get it to him, unfortunately. So now this will probably be an open shot. Rebound. And there's a goal for Isen.
InVerted just got ahead of themselves. They needed to take it slower. But they're doing great for being a man down, so I can't complain.
Oh, for sure. It's very tough. If one person gets brawled out on their floor, I mean, they're going to be so slowed down because they don't have those extra people to go look for stacks with. It's difficult. So considering the fact that they're only down by 5 points here after 6 minutes, or 5.5 minutes, that is honestly a pretty big victory in itself. Now, off to the bubble, getting in there, trying to take it. Maybe a little hesitant on that one. Going to capitalize on the one-on-one, so the defense does get back on the stack. It'll be taken there by Mizuchi. He'll dish it over. Game gonna go in, but good save there. Looks like Dimwee maybe got a grab on that one. But now, the rebound for another one is Mamba.
What makes InVerted so strong right now is that they play the ceiling. And Nova's not contesting it. They need to send their extra man, have them rotate and face them on their same level.
Yeah, I agree. InVerted, obviously, it's in their name. That's exactly why they're called that, because they are all rotated. And if you don't have at least one player in there, that'll make it tough. I know back in Season 1, as this nice back pass goes out. And then Venom as well, taking the shot, and that will be good for them. 12 points. Venom, courtesy of Zesper's assist. But I know back in previous seasons, too. I mean, obviously, that was a big thing for Lemming, Simeon as well, playing on the ceiling. And then once we got into Season 2 of ESL, definitely that's when people started kind of catching on. You saw like people like Strem turning upside down. Loveridge as well, although he had been doing that since Season 1. But more and more players, like 11.5 as well, they started doing that to us, testing us on the ceiling. And it just made it all the more difficult. But going here now, Mizuchi will carry it into the goal. Look for that pass to Game. And a nice, almost a shot opportunity. That was a beautiful execution there, going for the goalie after the pass. But they could not convert on the shot, so Invert will find it. Again, however, Game looking deep for a pass over to Mizuchi. There's one at goal, so they're going to have to basically execute perfect passing here. Thus far, doing a pretty good job of it. In one stray pass, and it's kind of game over in these possessions. It's so difficult. That one, though, another missed opportunity. Unfortunate. So it will be redelivered there off a clear into the pocket, but then right back to them over on Nova.
A lot of crisp, clean passing, but they just aren't able to execute on the final shot.
Yeah, maybe getting themselves, actually no, because Mizuchi is way back already. I was going to say, could have a lane, but off just the same to the bottom of the ramp will be taken here by Venom. Venom looking now to the pack area. Zesper gonna score. So another assist from Venom, and Zesper getting that one done. And it's 14-6 Nova with 1:42 left. Gotta figure those missed opportunities on the other end for InVerted hurt, because they got some really nice looks in the goal, but could not just find the concentration to finish, I suppose. Passing was fantastic.
Passing was great, and it's very difficult. It's playing a man down is so incredibly difficult. But, they're making short work of it, and they're maintaining, a decent deficit. So they're doing great in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. Trying to get some more done. I mean, look, they're getting it into the bubble area almost every single time on their offensive approach, and that is very well done by them. But getting stunned out there, some good punches from Nova. On the clear, it's recovered by Game. Isen trying to contest that one. Zesper just around as well. Now looking for some boosts for both teams involved here. Going to be taken first by Game. Maybe looking for that quick pass, and they could get themselves a cutter opportunity here. Would be very good for them. But now getting stunned, Zesper, a great punch. So more stuns coming out. A little headbutt attempt by Mizuchi will still find the clear instead. Going deep into the bubble, almost going to be in there, but taking it off that barrier and looking for the pass on the other side. Taking it away is Send. He's going to send it back now, try and find his teammate. Some good contesting here this time from Game, and Zesper trying to find it out of there with only 10 seconds left now. A narrow chance for a shot. It will hit the barrier, and that will be all she wrote for this round, it would seem. So 14-6 for Nova.
Great showing from InVerted. They stayed in the match. This wasn't a blowout. Like everyone, we all expected a blowout, but they said no. They kept it together. They had good, clean, and crisp passing. They got 6 points in the bubble, a few saves, and 2 saves, 1 steal. They did a great job. They just got their 4th, so the second round should be a hell of a lot better.
Ooh, that is very interesting. Very interesting turn of events for InVerted, because Blondie just joining finally here for his team, and you gotta imagine they're feeling pretty confident given that they just came out of this round only down 8 points, I think. So just great effort from InVerted. Nova maybe wanting to step up the pressure here and just hunker down, because Blondie and co are coming through with a score to settle after that first round in the second now.
Yeah, I'm listening to the players right now, and they're really excited. They're telling Blondie to join the Discord. They can't wait to play the next round and hopefully win this.
Yeah.
They're determined.
Well, it'll be one for the ages, I'm sure. Let us see what happens here. Welcome to the game, Blondie.
Yes, welcome. Let's have a good game. I know InVerted wants to get this win. Let's go.
You know what? For Nova's side too, could also just be one of those cases where maybe not playing at your max potential just because you feel like you have the confidence being 4-3, but now it's really gonna be a game as going in for the first 2 points off that stun, off that take. Send. That's a quick turnaround on them off the first joust.
I think Nova said we're gonna respond in kind. We're gonna crank it up a notch, and we're gonna play with intensity.
Yeah, and Buck sits in the chat kind of saying what I said, or maybe I said what he said, but either way, yeah, that Nova needs to tighten up now that InVerted's got their 4th, and certainly look pretty tightened up on the defensive end, clamping down on it for the disc in that first possession. Now InVerted, though, will have their offensive possession going. Sir Dimwee playing that goal-keeping area, while InVerted just carefully works it up the floor, all over the ceiling, just trying to find themselves a shot. But instead, a steal will happen here. Zesper getting that done. A immediate stack, overshooting, but redirecting is collected by Game. Game now resets it deep to Mamba in the back. And now Mamba finding Blondie. He's going to need to get rid of that. Holds on to it for a long time, and as a result, will be stolen from Mamba on the other end, though, recovering that one and sending it deep down to the other side. Some back and forth play, but ultimately InVerted winning out slightly on these recollects. A soft pass, gonna find Blondie. A nice delivery down there to Mamba. The third attempt a little bit too quick, but maybe a rebound. But Zesper denying it, but back at them. A lot of clustering going up, and Send will find the clear, finally. And now on the boost as well. Open 3, indeed. Zesper getting in there.
Nova had a lot of strong boosting. They were able to take advantage. They overshot the first clear, but they were able to respond every time.
And now to the tune of 5 points. So even though it's a 4v4 situation now, InVerted actually not able to score yet. Their works up the floor have been quite nice. Calculated. The stack here from Nova, very fast. And finally, on a few attempts, their ping pong actually results in the nice takeaway. But all in a row here, players from InVerted in sync on the stacks and just looking to avoid Dimwee and Send up top. But now down below, however, they avoided one stack, but Got in trouble by the other one. A good stun on the goalie here, momentarily out, and now a back pass going to miss, so be taken right back here by InVerted, it would seem. They have an angle, but a bad bounce is going to squash the opportunities at a three-point shot. The rebound going to be collected here by Mamba now, as Zesper wisely retreats into the goal alongside Dimwee. Now Dimwee's coming on back, but that pass going to be off. Venom, off it goes to the tunnel, and then back to the other side for a interception by Mizuchi. So some ping-ponging yet again.
Yeah, a lot of clustering from InVerted. They need to get their spacing right. They need to get their passing just as good as it was last round.
A little bit messy here, trying to come away with it is Game, though. Dancing all around. You see how tough it is, and that's a nice shot, though, stuffing it in. Game the first couple points for InVerted, and you saw how hard it was because he was just playing that ceiling game. Meanwhile, the defense just kind of, just grabbing above them, like reaching for a branch or something. Just hard to contest that.
Yeah, fortunately they weren't able to get him, and Game put it right in.
Hard not to call him Game Dude after all this time still, isn't it? But off it goes to Venom, and that's going to be an open shot. Luckily, not a three, but still exposed goal just the same.
InVerted's doing, they're playing right. They're playing with fast stacks, and unfortunately it puts them out of position. But they need to keep playing with intensity to try and get back from this deficit.
Only a 5-point deficit at that, so plenty of time to spare. 5.5 in the second round. The first one being taken by Nova. But on the other end, another interception, this time to East End. Now, full credit to InVerted. It seems like, honestly, an awful lot of these turnovers or these clears, InVerted has come away just like that with a disc. They usually get it right back, but they just cannot hold on to it for very long either. So, same story for Nova, honestly, as a shot goes through here, maybe in a little bit too high, rebounded on the other end by Sir Dimwee, playing the lane as a stat comes through. A good delivery up top and down low. Zesper, another goal.
East crashed the net, caused a lot of trouble for the goalie, and gave his man time to shoot it in.
Right now, Zesper coming through with 7 points for his team, as well as 3 assists. Nice effort from Zesper so far. Starting to pile on some points as Mizuchi tries to avoid the pile-up from InVerted, or from Nova over there. Nova does recollect. It's Venom down low. And he's going to try and find somewhere to go, and it will be right back to the bottom ramp. But now the defensive clamps. Blondie finding the disc. But the clear not quite on the mark there, so taken back by Zesper. Zesper going to Venom as the goalie approaches there inside. Venom taking that away, right back down to the bottom. They have one at Nest, or maybe a pass, but they go for the back pass instead. So some good patient offense, but at the same time, it will be Game time, looking to maybe get that score right in time, and it is online for Game.
Great bounce shot. Now it's only a 4-point game. InVerted staying in this, and this is going to be good.
Game doing his work as he often does. He has 7 points now, kind of matching Zesper on the other end. I know for InVerted, Game has often been the highest scorer on the teams, just game to game, or at least a lot of these games, true to his name. But that's what he's been doing since 2017, striking without fear and with incredible accuracy, ferocity, you name it, Game's got it. Now Sir Dimwee trying to find it on that pass over to Zesper. Zesper going for the nice cross to Venom. Another great dish into the assisted goal.
Cool, collected bubble play. Nice screen pass from the man coming from the post. Goalie didn't see it coming.
Not at all. Very hard to contest those cross passes when they come so close to the goal and in that close proximity, because you just have to bat your head back and forth. And by the time you readjusted, the disc is already being shot right up in your grill. But now going in over the hill and into the goal, but off it'll roll off the goal post. Game the recollection, but now sending it out on that deflection, Sir Dimwee. Good goalkeeping there as they look for the boost in the back line just as well. Might be first to it, A little bit of an overshoot from both teams involved. Blondie's going to come through that, invert himself, and now convert for maybe a pass on the other end. It's a little bit of a loose clear, rather, but picked up there by Mizuchi. He has two back, in fact, one directly across. The stack going for the one across, and now crossing him on the defensive line. So well done there from Nova to back that out to the other side. If not right back to this side.
Both teams have been making a lot of crucial steals. We've got ESN with 4 steals and Game with 2. This pressure is really important right now to stop the pacing from the other team and stop their advance.
Now see, trying to advance there, but that was just a 3-man pile up there from Nova, all collapsing on the disc, forcing it to the other side. But it's, as I said, InVerted seems to have kind of an uncanny way of getting a lot of these recoveries. But again, once they get into the bubble area, they're just being stopped pretty constantly this round now. But we'll get up here to Game. This is some close quarter situation. InVerted player, converted shot. Blondie, he's got it.
Strong ceiling play. Nova isn't able to challenge them on the level, so they have to wait for them to come down off the geometry, and they just weren't able to respond in time.
So good job by InVerted trying to pull it closer. They're going to need to work really quickly here to cause a turnover, because right now time not on their side. They're down only by 4, but they need to find something imminently, and with this shot could put it away. But even then, the time just about to put them away anyway. So turnover will happen here. InVerted getting the disc. We're going to have that clear. Looking for their boost now just as well. But recovered on the other end, so it looks like with that, it will be a Nova victory here in round 2 and a series victory. InVerted with a chance to score, but they just can't do it twice, unfortunately for them. So going for that shot, a good pass, but oh, just off of it. Tough angle, and it'll just sail on to the back line, recollected there by Mizuchi. He'll have one more shot at this one, going for the pass, and Game having it saved out of the way. ESN sends it out. 11-7 for Nova.
Good showing from Nova. Nova had very fast stacking. They were able to reclaim the disc at their end most of the time, and I think their stacking was what was pivotal and what provided them with the win this round.
And looking at the stat sheets, 8 points for ESN, the high in his team. 7 apiece for Zesper and Venom, and Sir Dimwee with 3. The defensive end, you have Venom with the 4 saves, 2 for ESN, 2 for Dimwee, and then plenty of stuns between their players as well. Those trios at the top, Venom, ESN, Zesper. Had some nice assists between them, and that's often the case. Now what are you seeing here from InVerted side?
We've got Game with 7 points, leading his team. Mamba with 4 points, Blondie with 2. Game coming away as the MVP for InVerted from those past 2 rounds with 7 points, 1 assist, 2 saves, 2 steals, and 12 stuns. While Mamba did most of the bruising on his team, coming away with 24, and Mizuchi and Blondie with 6 stuns each. Nova has fast stacking. They surprised me. They're playing very strong. They're coming out of the jousts very strong. They're getting in position really quickly, and InVerted just can't respond in time.
All right. And NDW, thank you for noting that I was muted. That's what I get for trying to take a drink break. I don't like people hearing my gulps, okay? Don't judge me. Nonetheless, you can rest assured that I was giving Dimwee some credit there. I was mentioning that headbutt joust, actually. So that is something that Nova does collectively. And I've seen them do it a few times on that launch where they'll headbutt it, and oftentimes, I mean, they do it with precision. It'll be headbutted, and it'll be pinned against usually somewhere back here, and they'll recover it. But now going in for another pin on the shot. It's Game.
InVerted maintains that strong ceiling play. and Nova's just allowing it to happen by not challenging them on the geometry. And they have to respond this round and stop that ceiling play.
And it's an interesting tactic, too. I mean, you got to wonder if any team in the future just comes up against InVerted and just decides to go all InVerted themselves. Will InVerted adjust? Will they go back to regular? That's kind of the name of the game between teams and players who go that upside down route. You want to have at least one to contest them, but if everyone does it, then it's just kind of a wash. Going in now for a reception. Perhaps Sir Dimwee diving out at it. Will find the clear to the other end, but taken right back. Mizuchi finding a pass, so defense off balance here. They need to work fast and might have themselves a one-on-one opportunity. The goalie coming out of there and getting it out of there. Blondie, and now a self-goal, though. Zesper off his head. Those ones hurt.
I thought he caught it and brought it in.
Did he bring it in? May be the case. I was kind of from a little bottom corner angle. Just kind of looked like it went up and then sort of booped on in. So Sir Dimwee, either way, it's a score for InVerted, and now Nova back on the attack. Just looking to find the defense. Exposed, but a deep shot there will be saved out by Mizuchi. Bit of a risk there and did not pay off. Definitely a player who can save those ones, especially if you take him from too far out like that when he's not contested. But getting right back at them, and now goal is briefly exposed, but the roll over the walls will result in another turnaround being taken back by InVerted. So off to the corner pocket now, and taken right back. It's slapped out, dog pile forming here. Esan has it, goes down low to his player Venom. Venom looking for his teammates as they take form, take shape here, all on the bottom of the floor. So on the other hand, this can be good for Nova, but not good at all. Taking it over is Mizuchi. I'm going to say, if Nova actually just plays that floor on their offense, I mean, it's kind of, they're equaling basically, what InVerted's doing on the other end, just by attacking them with the wrong orientation. Now finding themselves in a situation where, again, defense a bit off balance, trying to push up on this one. The pass gets on over to Zesper, but he will back it out there. So it's one of those situations also where I feel like, if you do have the defense off balance like you did there, you just keep pushing it. Go for it with a couple of cross passes, but don't look for the back passes. If you only have one or two in goal, and right there, one or two in goal, but just denying right in front of it again as he came in from that corner. That was a good denial. Great defense. We know Nova is surely capable of that.
It looks like InVerted's, matching their stack this round, keeping up, and not making it easy for them to get ahead of their defense and make these shots.
On this one, the approach, Zesper will have it knocked loose. Game and Mamba are there, or Mizuchi rather, helping recover it for their team. Mamba gets it, sends it. Blondie now finding himself in the mid area, mid-line, contested not too badly, but the stack now trying to collect, so Mamba will have to watch out, and he does, watching out for that pass, which rather perfectly bounces right into the area of Mizuchi. Now Mizuchi get it to Game looking for Blondie, Blondie going over for the cross, but that's a tough one, and Zesper with the great hands to cause a turnover. Or turnover, I guess you could say. But taking it here is Venom, going to look for the shot, but another save this time coming from InVerted. Some good defense on both ends of the floor now.
Mizuchi's racked up 4 saves by now, keeping his team in the round and really taking the gas out of Nova's offensive attempts.
Whoa, a lot of gas on that one, though, igniting the goal, lighting it up, 5-4, going up for them now, Nova.
And just as I say that, Zesper sinks a 29-meter shot.
Yeah, lining that one up with some accuracy. And that, look at that, 3-minute goal time, just about 2:58 off the clock before a score was made. So a lot of back and forth, and some of it predicated certainly off of just good defense. We saw a few saves on both ends and turnovers being forced. So you know what? They'll take the 1-point lead for sure, as diving out there is, yes sir, a Dimwee. Rather stunned at the moment, but at least knocked it loose. Game is going to come on through, but Zesper with a swoop. And now just dripping it down towards his teammate. Over to the other side. Good short-range passing, but great stacking just as well. Mizuchi finds Mamba now. Will go towards the mid area for that pass. Has a few options. The defense once again off balance. They want to press this hard if they can, and indeed they do. There's the stamp. Blondie now taking the lead for his team, 6-5.
That was a great move by InVerted. An assist by Mamba. They had Mamba at the midline. They sent 3 guys up. They got in position, and it was just quick successive passing and a nice shot on goal.
Exactly what they needed. Just, again, they had the numbers. Full defense not in the goal there for Nova, so those are the ones you just have to press on. You don't want to be super patient on those. Take advantage of the number situations, because in 4v4, because of the pace, the double stacks, it's not often you get those number advantages in goal. It's not often you get exposed goals just either, but could not capitalize on it. So Zesper taking it right back and perhaps looking for another pass or clear. Zesper's been kind of on the receiving end of the those turnovers, a lot of those missed clears, missed passes. He's the one who's first to the disc and ends up finding a good shot opportunity or pass opportunity over on the other end. I mean, this is a loose disc that's once again taken by Zesper, but he's going to have his screws knocked a bit loose by Mamba. And then back to Blondie, who will be in stride here as his teammates try and line up for the stacks.
Nova had some good passing, but they just made a fatal miscommunication right at the bubble.
Now Game looking for pass. They've got a backboard shot, but do not go for it. So another pass lined up here, backing it out. We have a man on the back. We have a man on the shoulders. Right now, just trying to find themselves some open opportunities. They go for the nest pass here. So Mamba moving out the disc, but Sir Dimwee will not miss. Not on that grab, and not on this one either. That's going to be slung through. Taken there by Isen. That is an almost online shot. That's just not quite, but taken right back by him. Going back to the shoulder and trying to roll it down over to Venom. Venom looking to sting here, and Dimwee gets it off that pass. And at last, it is a Nova goal for the 1-point lead with about 1:30 remaining.
That's what they needed, keeping that momentum. A great layup. Venom with a great pass to Dimwee under goal.
Great look from them. That was first Dimwee initiating away on the other end with that great save, that great grab, just diving out of it. He found a clear. His stack then found the disc again. And just, it was beautiful, calculated. I mean, it was chaotic, but at the same time, just it was executed so well. But now looking to execute for them off the back. Cannot convert on that one either. They've had a few chances at the goal, but I think the defense being so heavy here from Nova, it's causing InVerted now to kind of rush their shots a little bit from those corners. That's what great defense will do to a person. You know, every time you roll into goal, you're thinking about the last time that you got saved on. And, you know, that's the benefits of having great goalies, multiple great goalies on the team if you're Nova.
A lot of back and forth interceptions.
And now a shot. Almost saved out of there, but was not able to. So with that being said, we have 30 seconds left, and InVerted's on offense. They're going to need to assault the goalie here and take a 3. Simple as that. That's the only chance they have. Now, that said, we know they're capable. They have some strikers on their team who can get it done. They just need to be fast is all it amounts to. The rollout, not quite what they wanted. So now at this point, need to find a clear, and someone needs to be right on that goalie. It looks like that is the case. So small opportunity, a few seconds left. Just need to go for the shot, but it will be cut off by Isen. So that rollout not doing them any favors, unfortunately, and Nova doing good defensive work to take it away here late.
Great game to both teams. A good start to the night. Nova's boosting and stacking was very strong, and they put them in an advantage, 9 times out of 10. Even on the last score, they cleared it. InVerted was out of position. They were able to respond by being there and getting the dunk. A lot of strong play from Nova, great boosting, and I think that's what allowed them to pull ahead and secure this win.
Yeah, they really pulled it together there later. Obviously, the first round, InVerted was doing a great job sticking with it. Down a player, 3v4, didn't really matter. They still kept it nice and close, all things considered, and actually had chances at points to even tie it up, take the lead. Once they got their 4th player in, Nova just kind of upped the pressure as a result, and their defense got stronger. I do like InVerted's passing in the midfield. and their recoveries were really good, but once they started getting into that 2-point zone, they just could not find the goal as much because of Nova's defense being so just tough around that bubble area. So, there was some great work there from InVerted getting it to that point, and they were looking good in the first round as a result, but Nova definitely putting on the pressure, and it paid off for them by the end.
Yeah, Nova had great bubble defense. Looking at the stats, Venom had 4 saves, Esan had 2 saves, Zesper had 3, and Sir Dimwee had 5. So great defense from Nova. Great boosting, great defense in the bubble, and that secured the win.
And I just got kicked to a pub spectator, but yes, we got to look at the stats at the very least. So, indeed, congratulations to Nova there for the victory. InVerted, still well played, all things considered, and if they had the full 4, it could have been a different game. If nothing else, just being able to actually work into the offense and kind of warm up together into the game. It's a little bit tough when you're coming in cold and a bit late, you figure maybe there's a little bit of a disarray at play. I know certainly anytime in previous seasons, if I would show up late to a scrim, or even Sunday if we're just kind of rolling out of bed into a Sunday match, the first round or two wouldn't be so hot. So it happens. But in any event, we do have ourselves another match coming here soon. By soon, I mean about 8 minutes, and that will be Reboot versus Chaos. So we're gonna cut this stream off and come right back to it momentarily after just a brief intermission. So thanks for joining us. I've been Palidoor, that's been SputnikKobra, and we'll be right